So who wants a refurbished item? You know, when we go shopping, unless we're trying to save a lot of money, we want to get something that's new. It's new. It's not refurbished. It's not damaged goods. But it's interesting because God didn't create a perfect world. I mean, why didn't he just create the world new and good and perfect? But instead he created damaged goods. I mean, there's so much potential for wrong, and there is so much wrong going on. But you know something? God actually loves damaged goods. It's a strange thing, but he loves damaged goods. And actually, when you think about it deeply enough, it's not strange at all. Because here's a beautiful thing. The beautiful thing is that there is something deep and profound that can be extracted, that can be found within damaged goods. For example, you know, God forbid someone breaks a bone, and then the bone heals. You know, sometimes at that break where there's a healing, there's sort of like a knob, if we can call it that, created around the break that creates a strength around that spot which is even stronger than the bone was originally. Isn't that interesting? Damaged goods. But there's something there that's even more beautiful, deeper, more profound than what was there before. You know, the Jewish people are compared to, in our connection to God, King David compares us, our connection to God, to a rope that goes between God and each and every one of us. And the metaphor is a rope made up of 613 strands, corresponding to the 613 commandments. And you know, when every strand is there, it's a thick, healthy rope. And sometimes, you know, we neglect some of the strands. They sort of loosen up. They're severed, you know, becomes a weaker rope. But here's something really interesting. You know, if a rope rips, right, a rope rips, and you take the two ends where it ripped, and you bring them together and you tie them together, what happens? In addition to having a very strong connection there, perhaps stronger than it was before, you also have something else fascinating. Both ends of the rope are now closer together. You see, that closeness only comes after a damage. Interesting. That's why God actually loves damaged goods. And so when we go through life and we do things which we shouldn't do, and we shouldn't do, but as human beings we falter, we find ourselves in the mud. We pick ourselves up and we get going again. But we have to realize when we pick ourselves up, we are actually revealing something deeper than would have been revealed without all of that schmutz. So what does God do? God says, I'm going to put you into a world where there's a lot of mud, and you're going to slip and slide every once in a while. A little more, a little less. I don't want you slipping, I don't want you sliding. But don't get stuck in the mud with bitterness and sadness and depression. That, oh my goodness, how did I do this? I'm a failure. What's going to be with me? Why not? Because when you're in the mud and you can get yourself out of there, there's a light that you're revealing in this world that would otherwise not be revealed. And so God could have created a perfect world. But guess what? We are creating a world which is more beautiful than perfect, because we are revealing a light which is hidden in the darkest of places. That's the power of the human being. That's the power of me and you.